welcome to our weekly team call. Today is February 20th. We have 9 days left to lock in Success Club and make February an awesome team cut month. I dropped the ball in recognition tonight, and I apologize, you guys. I got distracted by stuff today. But I did really quick want to shout out all of the coaches who went Emerald today, because as everyone knows, we did an Emerald Dash with Set Your Soul on Fire, and it was actually pretty fun because not only did we have so many coaches in, but Amber, Jacqueline, and myself were all like presenters in this training, so that was really cool. But I'm gonna go to Set Your Soul on Fire because I know everybody's right there on this thing. So we have Jacqueline's coach team Slay at Home, Christina, who went Emerald. We have Amber's coach Taryn, who went Emerald. We have Jennifer, who went Emerald, and we have Kelsey, who went Emerald. So shout out to everybody who went Emerald in that dash. Congratulations for just hustling and making that happen. And we also put together like a little chat group for everybody who was in there, and it was just super fun. And I appreciated everybody's participation. And if you didn't go Emerald, you're in that dash, like you have all the tools and everything you need. I would just keep utilizing what we were doing. And there's no reason by next Thursday why you can't make that happen for yourself. And just because like the dash is over and maybe you didn't get a part of like the money pot, that doesn't mean you shouldn't keep pushing, because you still get team cut points for everybody who rank advances this month. And just in general, that means your business is open and things are happening. Also, before I hand it over to Amber, I just want to take a second to recognize her, because if you guys missed it, Amber and actually Team TCB got, and I have a post coming, by the way, I'm just being nitty gritty about it being perfect. Amber and Team TCB are currently number 50 in the entire freaking network of coaches. And it is so cool to see. And I am just so, so proud as a coach and as your mentor and as like everything. I know this year, like I feel like we say it every year we'll go elite, but like this year something's different. I don't know what it is, but the energy in the team is better, the people that we have, and I just know it's going to keep growing. And so I'm just really, really proud of everybody who like contributed to that, because that takes a lot of work. And it just is a great start to 2020 and everything to come. So congratulations, Amber. I love you. And congratulations, Team TCB, because that is freaking awesome. So.
Aw, thanks, Kate. Couldn't have done it without your help. And I love that, like, and I've been around for 5 years. Kate's been around for 6-ish. Amy's been around for 10? Like, that's pretty cool, because a lot of people come into this business and give up. It, like, I like to say, like, quit before the miracle happens, or just give up for whatever reason. They think it's not for them. And like, I know people that have joined and their upline quits. And then like, you always will have a team if something were to ever happen to me, or Kate, but I just think it's really special that we have. It sounds so morbid. We're not like going to quit, but like, it's just really cool to know that like, we're part of, like, I'm so lucky to have my coach Kate and then have Amy above her that are like in it, you know? And so you're part of a team of people that are like in it, and aren't flighty and aren't going to just be like, oh, I'm going to join this other business now. I don't care about this anymore. Like, we really care about it. And I'm just really proud of everyone on our team that like helped us. It's not just me, it's like a team effort for sure. Okay. Can you help with the baby really quick, just for like a minute? Violet's over it. Just pick her up. She doesn't weigh that much. Okay, but I just wanted to also just like, I think it's gonna be okay. Like, I'm excited that Madison's hosting this call, or presenting. I think I scared her when I was like, you're hosting. She's like, what? I'm hosting? I was like, no, like, we're hosting, you're just presenting. I asked her about this topic because I wanted her to talk about how busy she is. Like, we're all busy, so it's not a competition of like who's busier, because it's all perspective and what you have in your life. But Madison is a student, has multiple jobs, like has a social life. She's very busy, and she makes a point to just, and I remember it was last month, she'd hit Success Club. Was it 10? I can't remember what she hit last month. And she said, I'm just doing the tracker. Like, I'm just doing it every day. I put on my headphones and I just do it every single day. And I'm like, well, obviously it's freaking working. And I would love if you could talk about that. Because when I was new, I was very busy too, but I was scatterbrained and not as organized. And I feel like Madison's more organized than me. So I'm excited for you guys to hear from someone that is newer to the business and is hitting goals and is really busy, and so she can just share some insight of what she's doing to like manage her time and how to give us all tips around that. And like I said, we're all busy in different ways, so it's just kind of cool, you know, maybe hearing from me, you know, you'll hear something from someone else that clicks more than hearing it from me or Kate or Jacqueline or anyone else on the team. So and then I also want to say that she's only 22 and she blows me away with like how mature and together she is. Like, I forget all the time. And also I want to say, I'm kind of like putting her on the spot, but like when she was a challenger first, and when she asked me about coaching, she was like, I'm thinking about doing it. But then she went and did a little bit of research on her own. And she, I think, watched some YouTube videos or just watched something of people. There's bad information on everything out there. And it kind of like scared her a little bit. So I was all excited. Oh my God, I'm gonna, you know, like upgrade this coach today. And then she was like, no, I don't think it's for me. Like, I read some stuff on it. I don't think I'm interested. And I was like, okay. And I had recently just made an IGTV about why I believe in network marketing for women. And I was like, well, just go watch my video. Cause I'm not in the business of like, we're not trying to convince people to do something. We don't want to be like pulling teeth to get people, but we do want to offer, you know, our experience and our insight. And so I just said, go watch that video if you want. And then she signed up, and here she is, and she's an Emerald coach pushing for Diamond. And I'm just really proud of her, and I'm excited that she's going to share with us. So take it away.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I got kind of freaked out when Amber was like, you're hosting. And I was like, no, I'm just presenting. But I'm excited that there's new faces on here, so I don't feel like too repetitive. So yeah, anyways, I made a PowerPoint. I'm going to share that. Okay, can we see it?
Yes.
Cool. Never mind, hold on. Okay, can you hear me as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is kind of all about time management, but I kind of was doing like some research, and it's more, I feel like, self-management. So hopefully these are some strategies you can take away and be productive, even if you're a brand new coach or have been coaching for a while. Okay, so this is kind of what a typical day looks like. That's me before the first day of school, actually on the first day of school. So I work 8 to 3, Monday through Friday. And a couple months ago, I was actually nannying before that. So I would wake up at 5:30, go nanny, then work. And then after 3, I would nanny until like 5:30. And then I'm also taking classes right now to finish my bachelor's degree in education. So I'm not taking any classes right now, but my classes would usually be at like 7 or 8. So I was nannying, working, knitting, coming home, trying to complete a power hour, eat, and then go to class. And so I wouldn't get home until like 9 o'clock. And then on top of that, sometimes I waitress on the weekends, which I won't get home until like midnight, and then I dog sit on the side. But that's more of like a hobby. So I think when I first started coaching, I wanted to have it all together, but I knew that just creating a solid routine, and for me it was the morning, was going to be most important. So I fill my cup first. I wake up, I fill out my gratitude list, I drink my Energize. During that time, I also go check out my DMs. reply to any messages, do follow-ups, reply to people who voted on my polls. I don't usually do any inviting at that time. I just kind of catch up while I'm drinking my Energize, get in a good mood. I haven't in a while, but I've been trying to meditate also 5 minutes after that, and then I go work out. After I do my Shakeology. So right there, I think that's, 2 vital behaviors, right? And then while I'm doing all of that, I don't always post, but I try to like make stories so people can see what my morning looks like every single day, and being consistent so your future customers know like what you're doing every day and that they can join you doing that. So I'm not nannying anymore, so I get home at about, and I know everyone's schedule looks different, so it's not really like, I know some have kids, and so it might be different. So your power hour might look different. It might be at 9 o'clock at night. It might be in the middle of the day. But I like realized if I was doing this every single day, like I'm going to be successful. Like if I fill out this every single day, like I know I'm going to be successful. These are all of, the things I need to do. So I come home at 3, I go right to my desk, which I'm sitting at now. I put my headphones in, and then I do my own power hour. I go off the Success Club tracker. So I'll have posts ready, already saved in my phone. I have already had stories throughout the day. I'm checking in with my challenge group. I'm inviting people. And I think with this, though, the most important is setting a timer. So it says on there like how many minutes you should. I adjust those though, because I realized once I was setting a timer, I was actually inviting people and following people and not just like sent a message, scroll through Instagram, reply to someone. I was being more effective. And I just did this, but at the end of the week, screenshot your tracker, to show your coach. You can email your coach. This will hold you accountable so your coach knows that you're really in this, and ready to put in all the work and show your work. I don't know if there's anything else I want to add to this. Okay, I feel like also number 4, the personal development, I feel like it's at the bottom and sometimes it gets missed. And I feel like at this point in my life right now, like I'm going through so much that's like kind of moved to number 1. Fill your cup first, get out of your own head. We're all here for a reason. So like, let's, you got to make it work. Jacqueline said, that's my biggest issue, trying to prioritize. Yes, I do too. I was like always leaving personal development at the end. And now I've been like kind of switching it. So like with gratitude, maybe I'll read or listen to my audiobook. I just feel like it gets missed. I hear a lot with coaches that, you don't have a full hour, and I think that's okay. I haven't done this. I mean, sometimes I will, but, I think working in pockets of your day, you can also be effective that way. Okay. So throughout your day, if you want to get your checklist done, you can set a timer. I know we have a lot of people in like the service industry, so like that can be really, really tricky, but maybe 10 minutes before your shift, 10 minutes during your break, 10 minutes after, that's 30 minutes you can get accomplished. Okay, this is something I just started implementing, and I feel like it's working. So instead of doing a to-do list to work from, which I think we're all guilty of, complete your to-do list and then put it in your planner with what time you're going to complete it. So like, here's an example of how to organize your schedule using time blocks. And like, as an educator, like we use this too. And so there's one, it's like a focus block. So 90 minutes, whatever really works. During that time, it's when you're going to be creative, inspired, and you're going to be able to do the high level work that requires all of your focus. So this probably is not going to be a time when you are trying to cook dinner for your kids or whatever. You're going to really want to set away and carve that time out when you're most creative. Another block would be a social block. So when you're in the right space to meet other people, and for me, like this hasn't been a block that I've done, but that I'm going to prepare. An admin block would be when you're not in the zone to do work that requires heavy lifting, but there's still other types of work you can do effectively, like maybe following up with challengers or responding to polls, nothing too heavy, like creating an Instagram post or whatever. And then a recovery block would be used for activities that recharge you, such as obviously your daily workout, meditation, self-care, personal development, all of that good stuff. So I just started implementing this in the past like 2 weeks, and I feel like it's been working. I've been taking my whole to-do list, and instead of checking off everything on my to-do list, I'm taking everything and putting it in my planner and saying, okay, at this time, I'm going to do this for 30 minutes. And then I get it done. Our priorities, so making them work into your schedule. And I feel like that's kind of what coaching is all about. We kind of get that freedom to put wherever we want, put whatever fits into our schedule. So I make it a priority to watch the National Wake Up Call every Monday, make it to the team calls. For a while, the ones I've missed, the team calls I've missed, I always said, oh, I'll watch the recording, and then I never do. So it's just better to be there, be present, take notes. And like, for example, with my schedule, it's nuts, but on the drive home from work on Mondays, I listen to the National Wake Up Call. And then I come home and then write the team calls out. Personal development may look like a lot of things. So it might be an audiobook on your daily commute. I know some people's commutes are longer, so that's like a perfect time. Or if you're in the bathtub or while you're cooking, or just making sure you have it done. I feel like we have, like Amber was saying, like we have Amber, we have Kate, we have Amy, and we have all of these coaches, and we have a huge community, and I feel like we should take advantage of that. So teaming up with others for a power hour or a team workout, chatting with other people about what's working, what's not working, but not like getting together with people and like being negative, like this isn't working, whatever. It's about, figuring out what can we do. I think teaming up with others can also help with time management, so you can see what others are doing. I don't know if anyone, there's a lot of new people, but with the Team Cup going on, I feel like the Team Cup we have is we're talking every day, we're doing calls every week, we're making sure we have each other's back, and we're seeing success. I like this quote I saw. It says, "This is not a race. Don't try to be the most efficient, but try to be the most effective." Sorry, I feel like I went through everything really fast, but the homework assignment for the week is, and I would really like to see everyone participate because I feel like once you try it, you're going to start seeing things work. Is in the team page, you're going to post a picture of your entire to-do list, like for the week. And then next to it, you're going to put a picture of everything on your to-do list plugged into your planner, when you're going to get it done, what day you're going to get it done. If you want to put how you're going to get it done, go for it. So this would be like an example. On the left would be your to-do list. And then on the right would be just kind of an example of what your week is going to look like. I know a lot of you guys have kids, and I don't, but my schedule is still very, very busy, and I feel like a maniac sometimes. But when I'm doing this and putting it in my planner and getting it done, I'm seeing success. You just have to be effective. So yeah, that's all I have.
Okay, did you stop the share or? I can't see anyone. Okay, now I can see you guys. Awesome. Thank you. Super simple and straightforward. And I think what it comes down to is whatever makes sense for you and your brain, but you have to be following the tracker and you have to be like being proactive in some way every week. And I think I'm not that organized, but I always, from the very get-go, was good about the 4 vitals because I knew when I came into coaching, I knew that I wanted to like achieve my health goals. That was very, very important to me. And so I felt like I was more accountable to those goals by showing up in social media and sharing. So the 4 vitals just happened anyways, really. And then it wasn't until later into my coaching that I actually started getting better with inviting and tracking. And so the sooner you can do that, the better. Don't be like me and be like willy-nilly. Like I've been consistent, so I've seen results, but like you're going to see growth faster if you're like, okay, today, how many invites did I actually do? Cool. Okay, so maybe if my goal is to do 20 this week, I did 1 today. Cool. I'm going to make sure that I do like 5 tomorrow and then make sure, like you break it down however you want, but tracking is so key. And that's something that I really started doing in the last, like I was doing all the things, but just like really inconsistently. And so now that I've been tracking, I feel like it's making a difference.
I feel like for so long I was working from a to-do list, which kept getting longer, and then I wouldn't get things done. And it was so long. And I was still doing the Success Club tracker, but my to-do list was way too long. And when I started plugging those things into my planner and saying, when I get home from work at 4:30, I'm doing whatever. And I would get it done, and I can just cross it off then. And I felt like I was being more effective that way. Even on the Success Club tracker, it says invite so many people a day. Like in my planner, I would make sure I wrote that too. Like during, if I was not going to do a power hour, which I usually did, but still making sure I invited X amount of people instead of saying, oh, I still need to get to inviting. I still need to invite this many people. Like plan it out. Every day I'm going to invite 5 people. This is when I can get it done.
Yeah, I love that. And I thought I was going to share, but I don't remember.
I have a good tip for people that don't have a planner. When I first started coaching, I had a billion planners and I didn't use any of them. Hi, Kayla. Also a planner addict. We had this discussion. I didn't use them for coaching, but what I did do actually was I went on Pinterest, and if you go on Pinterest and search like Beachbody schedule, like Beachbody coach schedule or Beachbody coach planner, there's templates already that like other coaches have made that give you like activities to do, not only like on the Success Club tracker, but also like ideas for posts, like how you can like optimize your time and stuff like that. So I definitely suggest doing that because that helped me get organized a lot, even though I'm still like really disorganized.
And I just want to add, like, even if you just use the Success Club tracker, I'm trying really not hard not to flash everybody while they're sitting around, but you can use the app, the Success Club tracker app, but also you could get the Success Club tracker and laminate it. So then you're checking it off every day, or you could print out 52 weeks of that and like bound it. I know some people do that too. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself because he's losing it.
Yeah, I like the Pinterest idea because then you might see a template that just is cute. Like whatever it takes to motivate you. If you're like, oh, this is cute, I'm gonna do this tomorrow. Like that works, go for it. Save it to your phone. Maybe when you've got like some downtime, you can be like, what have I not done today? It's just those little things that are gonna compound. And then, but yeah, there's Success Club tracker app is super helpful. It's not made by Beachbody, somebody made it, but you can download that to your phone if you have an iPhone. That's really helpful. Some people like apps, some people like to write things down, whatever floats your boat. I have the Rise Up planner. It was $60. It's very intensive. It's huge. And my goal is to fill it out every day. And I still am not doing that, but I fill it out maybe like 3 times a week. But then a lot of times at the end of the day, I'll be like, did it, you know, but it is helpful in the beginning to be checking the things off. Cause it can feel, and what Madison said, like, oh, when you're being like diligent with the time, it's easy to feel like you've done a lot of stuff because like we're on social media scrolling and then maybe we get distracted by a post or something and you'd be like, yep, I worked for 20 minutes, but really like, you know, how much were we really working? And so I think it's like the timer things, I need to do that too, because I will get super distracted. I'm in my DMs all day talking to people like our team, like other people. And that's fun, but that's not like work. I mean, it's work, but it's not like moving my business forward a lot of the time. And so I need to be like diligent with those like business building things, like actually inviting someone that I've been DMing about hair or whatever. And, making sure that I have done a poll or something on my stories that I can use for inviting. So it's not just like blah, 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 me, like trying to create value that can turn into stuff. So yeah, it's really important it's really easy with social media to go on like tangents like I'm doing right now and not like get work done when you feel like you're working so much. And a lot of us, because this is a call about being busy, I want everyone to feel like their time is spent wisely, so you don't feel like, oh, I'm on my phone all the time. And then that's another thing I want to say. I just told Luea this because right now she's alone because her husband is traveling, but like she is a stay-at-home mom to be but wife, and one of the things that she gets to be able to coach because her husband is like taking care of her financially, but it's really important to her to have that time to be able to like sounds so weird to be like take care of Adam, but like she does, like she cooks, she takes care of him, she helps him so he can do his job more efficiently. So they have this nice like teamwork going on. But so she told me like, you know, I really want to do this, but I never want it to come between me and Adam's time and like my family time. She's gonna have a baby soon. And I was like, for sure. That's why like it's up to you to set your hours. So we can respect it. And then when she builds a team, they will respect that because they'll know like, oh, Luea's done at like 4 p.m. or whatever. So that's the beauty. Like you want to early on set those times that you're working your business. So then you're not just like frazzled and like, I still have to do stuff. And then your boyfriend or husband's looking at you like, why are you on your phone? Because I've been there. I've done that. I don't recommend it. So, yeah, just being like, the sooner you can be like setting those times for your business, the better. So people around you don't hate you.
I remember, sorry, who was going to talk? Sorry. Luea, were you going to? Oh, okay. Well, I just remember like a month and a half ago, I was out to dinner with my family, and I was literally on my phone the entire time, like answering DMs, and I was like trying to create an Instagram post, and I'm like, I need to like get my shit together. Like this is why I come home and I have a solid hour to get all of this done so I can be with my family, be with my friends, and, you know, do those things. So I'm not constantly, you know, on my phone. But if you're writing down, you know, when maybe you can get 10 minutes in before you're cooking dinner and that's fine with your family, I feel like make it work then.
I was actually at lunch today, and I like by habit grabbed my phone, and I was like, oh man, we're on a date, and now here I am like trying to do something on my phone. So he was like, all right, can you just put it down? And I'm like, all right, yeah, like sorry, I just like wasn't even thinking. But I was gonna say, because like Kate mentioned the app, so like the first couple months, well, the first month that I even started this, I had never been a customer before. So I joined automatically as a coach. So in my head, I was like, all right, I was trying to figure out what the hell was going on with everything in general. I didn't know what Beachbody was. So I was trying to figure out my entire schedule. So then I started to like figure out like, okay, I need to start using this app. Sorry. But I started using the app, and it was great for like a little bit, but like also I think my problem is that I get so distracted. So that's why like I literally have printed out like so many of these now, and I like it because it does tell you the time, and I'm trying to like get better about that because the app is great, but it's kind of like basic, like to check off your list. And then me personally, I was getting very distracted and not really keeping up with my time. So I think that's what's really held me back. And like, so I'm going to try just doing this tracker right here and writing it from this now to see if that makes a difference, because my problem is I'm not like keeping up with my time and checking off, and I like how it says that. But that's what I wanted to say about that with the app and everything. And for my personal opinion, that's like held me back a little bit, I think.
That's good. I mean, to realize that about yourself, to realize that it's not, like how you can improve your time. And so, yeah, whatever works for you. And like, you could try something for a couple weeks. And if you're like, this isn't working, then you can always change it up a little bit. I will say, I forget, when I was newer, I remember like listening to a coach talk about, I forget, it was like Scotty Hobbs, maybe. He was talking about how he had his work time, and then like if a DM or a Facebook message came in and he was with his family, and someone was like, I want to sign up, or what's going on with your challenge? Somebody like, it was inquiry. He would reply, I think it was him, somebody was like, hey, I got your message. I'm like spending the weekend with my family. I will get back to you Monday, or he like acknowledged the message and then let them know he'd get back to them. And it was important because you're also you're setting boundaries for yourself, but you're also letting your challengers, future customers, future team know and respect that you're not going to drop everything. You're there to support them, but to create that healthy boundary. I am like, cannot help. I need to work on that because someone will post something and I like can't wait to like reply. And I need to sometimes let go of that because maybe someone will figure out the answer if I'm not real quick to answer also. But like, don't feel like this like scarcity mindset. Like if you don't reply right then, or like reply to that DM or answer them, that you're not going to make the sale. Because if it's meant to be, that person's going to chill and wait a day or two. And I say in my enrollment form, like I will get back to you within 48 hours. And my coach isn't pretty good about replying to you guys all right away because I'm like, I'm home more now. Like, so this is something that's easier for me. But when I was working in the salon and didn't have as much time, sometimes people would have to wait a little bit. And you'll start to kind of know the people that are really like working and going for it. You'll start to kind of want to answer their questions sooner because, at least they're like implementing what you're telling them. But I just think that it's important to not feel that like that pressure. Like if I don't respond right now, then I'm not going to make a sale. Like that person will be there in the morning. It's better to just be with your family, be on the date, do what you need to do, and try to let go of it. But we are in such a society that just picks up our phone anyways. So it's funny, when I was with Violet's dad, he was on his phone just as much as me, but he wasn't building a business. So I was like, what are you doing? Like, but he would be like, I would try not to be on my phone because I wanted us to have like our time together. And then he'd pull his phone out first. And then I'd be like, well, I guess I'll get some work done. Then that's why we're not together. But I think that people they just want to see us on our phone and be like, oh, you're doing it again. But like, I think it's important to make the rule like mutual. Like we're both not going to be on our phone.
I feel like I really needed to hear that, though. I have been guilty of that. Last month, I was like literally, I can't believe I'm saying this, but like I was driving like on the interstate and I got a DM like, I want to sign up right now. And I literally was like, got to share a cart. Like, and I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I just need to wait till I get home. So yeah, I definitely need to get better at that too.
It's hard because it's exciting too. You're like, yeah, this person's finally doing it. But I've also, out of experience, like I've dropped everything to get someone to share a card or whatever, a link, and then then I'm like, hello? They like ghost me. And I'm like, why did I stop what I was doing? They like said they were so ready, and then they like went MIA on me. So like, and I remember when I wanted to sign up with Kate, I posted, it was a whole thing like drop your email kind of thing, and I dropped my email. And then she didn't write me back. It was probably like a day. And I was like, I haven't got where's the email? I want to sign up right now. And like, I don't know. I didn't go like find another coach. I just like waited till she emailed me, even though I was really excited to get started. I think I even said on a post, like, I'm waiting. But it didn't even occur to me like, oh, I'm going to go sign up with someone else. But that shit'll happen. But that's not about you not getting back to someone fast enough. That's about someone being weird.
Yeah, so it's kind of a funny story. I found how I started Beachbody was that my friend who did Beachbody never got back to me until I had already signed up as from a different coach, because I wanted to sign up with her, and then she literally took 2 weeks to get back to me just to acknowledge my message. And I was like, hey, sorry, I'm actually doing Beachbody with someone else that I found, some random person. I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I tried to get a hold of you, but I'm that person.
Well, that's 2 weeks, like you said. That's, you know, and that's going to happen. That's why tracking is so important, because things are going to fall through the cracks, unfortunately. Like, so the more organized you are, you'll be like, oh my gosh, that person emailed me like 4 days ago and you get back to them. But yeah, that's a good lesson in being important. Be like, why follow-ups are so important. Like, if someone messages you, don't make them wait 2 weeks. You can make them wait 48 hours, but maybe not 2 weeks.
Right. Yeah. I think even a message telling me, hey, I'll get back to you later would have been, you know, I would have waited.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that makes sense after 2 weeks.
Well, I'm glad you're on our team though. I'm glad you signed up with me. Her loss, my gain. Our gain. Our team's gain.
Messaged me like I was, oh, sorry. There's a delay. I'm so sorry.
Okay.
I was like on my stories this morning, like my pre-workout, like getting ready to work out. And I see a message come through this girl, and she messaged me about like, hey, I'm reaching out. Like I've never even connected with her at all. Like she just started following me the other day and wanted to know, she's like, I want to know more information. And I was like super excited, but I also wanted to show her that I was like drinking my pre and about to work out. So I sent her a video message back and I was like, hey, I said, thank you so much. I'm reaching out. I'm super excited to send you some information, but I'm drinking my pre right now. It's kicking in. I got to get my workout done. But I'll send you an email in about like 40 minutes. And she had responded. She was like super excited. And then we've been chatting all day. So, but I think she liked that I responded, you know, but I wasn't like, normally I don't respond right away. Like if I am in the middle of something, like I'll wait, like I'm in a workout or whatever. I'll want to like make sure I have my thoughts together and like respond. But today I just decided it that way. And it was a good thing, because it was just like, I sent her a video message. She's got to see like my personality. And then I sent her, you know, the first email and explained everything that's going on, and then we've been going back and forth. So I don't know, it was fun. And I just want to share that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I make the mistake sometimes of drinking my pre-workout and then being all like chatty Kathy. And so then I'm like trying to do my workout, but then DMs are coming in, and then I'm like 10 minutes later, like, what am I doing? Just work out already. But I need to, I honestly think sometimes that stories has like interrupted my workout time, because they used to not be that thing, and I could just record myself on my phone and then deal with it later. And so sometimes I'm like, I'll go to post a snippet, and then next thing I know, I'm like answering a DM. I'm like, no, this is my time to work out. So that's some advice too, to try not, those DMs can wait if they're coming in or whatever. Cool. Does anyone else have anything they want? Violet's very screamy. Does anyone else have anything they want to add that's like worked for them for time management, or, and it can be non-Beachbody related too, if it's just, you feel like it's helpful? Because I know Katie had mentioned something about setting boundaries as far as real estate. Same thing, because you're like, that's like a people business.
Basically, I'll say is that it's really important for me to set times so that all of my clients in real estate know that I'm not available while I'm cooking dinner for my kids or like trying to get them to bed. So unless it's pertinent, I get back to them at that moment. If we're like in the middle of negotiating or something crazy, I tell them I clock out at 5 p.m. and if you message me after 5 p.m., I'll get back to you the next day. And I set that boundary from the beginning so that they never expect me to reply at 7 o'clock with like a random question.
Mommy, somebody blowing bubble.
Yeah, I love that. I feel like we teach what we're like, what's the expression? Like not our worth, but it's up to us to just teach people how to treat us, and like how, cause I feel like it's similar when I did hair. Like when I was like texting my clients, I would get weird texts, weird hours of the night. And once I like established those boundaries, like no one else is getting my phone number, and then it got better. So I feel like it's similar, just to set
those boundaries. No one's going to, that one time you answer, that might be the person that's always thinks they can message you really late or expect something right away. But
So I have a question. My problem is I would like to do a planner, but I am a mother of 2 kids and my schedule is basically based off of them. And so I'm like all over the place. My day, like if I can, I'll get it in the morning or like at lunch or nighttime. Usually I'm up super late. So I'm like, what do you guys do to make it work and have a schedule with kids?
well, I can explain. So when I first started coaching, my son was 4, but I had him half time. So I tried to get a lot of stuff done. So that doesn't probably help. But now I have my baby full time. And so basically it's like anytime she's sleeping, I am trying to get work done. So like today she fell asleep in the car and I had an hour. And so I got caught up on chat messages. I did a post. At night, I mean, I don't want anyone to sacrifice their sleep, but sometimes when you really want something, you got to make that work. So when she goes to bed, like last night I stayed up late to at least start recognition. So then this morning it would be easier to do. So yeah, it's, I don't have, so like I would love to do a miracle morning type situation where when Madison was kind of saying like you fill your cup, like ideally when my daughter's older, I'd love to get up before the kids and have an hour to myself where I do like meditation and great gratitude journal and work out and do all that stuff. I don't care. I'll get up at 4:30 in the morning to do that. But right now, like Violet's still in my bed. She's like wakes up when I wake up. Doesn't matter if I try to sneak out. And so that's just not my reality. So right now I'm just working in like pockets when she allows me to, when she's sleeping.
I was going to say the same thing. I rarely sit down and do a power hour. Like I just happened to do a power hour with Kayla the other day, like just randomly because I had like a solid 45 minutes before I had to get my son off the bus. But like I have another job that I do from home. And then I also have 2 kids and I have like a needy fiance and like a-hole dogs. So like my schedule is really weird. I don't have like a set schedule for anything, but I try to do certain things at certain times. So if I think like the best thing to do would maybe to just be like allocating certain activities to maybe certain times of your day that you know you're probably just going to be like sitting there. That's pretty much what I'm doing right now.
Another thing if you drive anywhere, like we talked about listening to the wake up call, that's like a time where I like to get caught up on team calls. Anytime I'm driving, I barely listen to music. It's either a podcast, and I love music. Like I put music on when I'm cooking or something, because no one wants to listen to like a blaring podcast in the house at that time. But in the car, like I try to utilize that time a lot. Yeah, so that helps me.
I feel like I don't know. Are you talking about like for your power hour though, or like you can get stuff done like before bed or like after your kids go to bed, or do you like what time do you have the most time, I guess, to yourself?
I would say nighttime is usually when I can actually plan stuff because like my 7-month-old will be sleeping, but then my 3-year-old's awake and she requires like all the attention. So nighttime, once I get both of them asleep, is usually like it could be anywhere between 9 and like midnight. So I try to like do a lot of stuff then, but then I'll have people messaging me during the day. So I'm I feel like I'm all over the place right now.
Kelsey, can I say this? Like when my kids were about that same age, my youngest was born when he was 2.5, and I really struggled to find any time for myself. So my best advice is to give yourself grace and really like just the fact that you're trying to get it done is impressive to begin with, and just use those little pockets like Amber said. Really take advantage of those because sleep is so important at that age because probably neither of them are sleeping much. So give yourself grace and use those pockets of time.
My sleep is very minimal right now.
You're getting your workout in.
obviously like you're successful though. Like Kate just said, you just went Emerald, you're at Success Club 8, like it's working. So like if you got to do a few things before bed, then that's when you do it. Like I'm like proud of you because it's so hard.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
I am curious though, when do you right now have time to work out? Do you work out with them with you, or do you do it like during naps?
I usually do it with my kids. I'll have both of them awake if I can, because my 3-year-old will entertain the younger one. But if I can, I try to schedule it to where they're napping. But my 3-year-old doesn't nap very often, so.
Well, I think it's super impressive what you've done so far, and honestly, like that's going to inspire so many other moms with young children.
Oh, it has. Most
Yeah.
of the people that have signed up are all moms, and like that makes me super excited because I'm like, that is exactly who I wanted to work with. So it's awesome.
Yeah, and that might be the team that you build, and that might be just how it is for the next couple of years. It just might be kind of random. Like here's their goals, but like this is, we do it when we can, and we forgive ourselves if we need to, take a nap or figure it out. But like I think when you just have a desire, you make it happen, and it might not be as organized as you like, but you're doing it. So, and I think like you'll continue to inspire other people like you, and that will keep it fun and keep you inspired too. So that's great. Sweet. Cool. Well, we can, unless anyone has anything else to say, we can, or any questions, we can wrap this up.
I have something to say.
What?
I have something to say. This
Go.
is serious business here. I just am scrolling on my Facebook just now, and I got an ad for a business planner.
Creepy.
Oh, stop, Facebook. That was all.
I was gonna say too, somewhere I posted like some graphic I found, probably off Pinterest, where it was like power pockets, like things you could do in pockets of the day. I could try to resurface that in the Facebook group by commenting on it if I can find it. I feel like that can help busy people too. But
I have it, Amber. I can in the comments of the team call.
oh, cool. Thank you. Yeah, I knew I saw them recently, but I posted them like originally like a long time ago. But there might be even more.
And I was looking at it actually. I was going to say something, and I figured I was going to just kind of post it in the comments, but I still have it. Like I'm looking at it right now. I can post it right now.
Sweet. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Well, thanks everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your night. And we still have like a week and 2 days left of the month. I think next Thursday, the 27th. Am I wrong? I don't know. Yeah. Okay. So, because I was looking, because somebody in the Emerald Push group was like, maybe next month. I'm like, you can still do it this month. Like there's still a whole nother week, like next Thursday, still February. So we still have time to hit Success Club. We have so many people like that are at Success Club 2 and 4. So it's like so possible. You can also hit Success Club 6 in like a day if you want to. So yeah, we'll see you guys next Thursday, and have a good night. Bye.